What up, Vol Nation? It is your boy Madison Castle, and this week I'm delving into the rock scene here in Knoxville. Joined with me is a member from the Johnny Monster Band.
My mother, she got told me that everything's gonna be alright. She said, don't you worry, honey, don't you worry now.
Tell us a little bit about Johnny Monster. Like, where did that name come from?
Actually, back in New York, I played a gig, and I was new in the town I'd moved to, and I just played this song, and somebody said, "Man, you're a monster," and somebody said, "That's Johnny Monster," and it's stuck. It's been that way for about 10 years.
Has there been a show that's really stood out to you over the past couple of years, or like in the time span of the Johnny Monster Band? Has there been like one show that you're like, man, that was the show?
There were two of them. The first one was was in my early 20s. I opened up for Johnny Winter, which is a blues legend, and I've been listening to him since I was about 10 years old. And that was a sold out crowd, and we got a standing ovation. And then that was with the band, and then as a solo artist, like just myself, I opened up for Booker T. Jones from the MGs. You know, did Green Onions and I got to meet him and everything. And actually, his wife tried to get me thrown off the show, but the promoter kept me on, so I got to actually do it. And both my parents were in the audience, so that was real special.
I noticed a video that you put out about 6 years ago called "Not So Magic."
Yes.
Like, what was like the motivation behind that? Like, it was different. It was more different than something I was accustomed to, because like I saw like everybody passed out after like a party. There was like a kid doing magic and like this obnoxious, angry mom. Like, could you tell me about that video?
To be honest with you, I don't know, man, because I went to school for film, and one day I just decided, I need a music video, so I hit my professor up, and she got her students at the time to shoot the video for me, and it was like their final project in college, you know, so they came up with the whole premise of it, and I just kind of rolled with it.
What's the writing process like? How long does it take you typically to write one song? Are you a perfectionist? Do you go back, scrap it, start again?
When I write, it's a very natural process. Like, it kind of just happens, you know what I mean? And like, but there are times, like I have this one song that it's called "I Ain't Got Bad Taste in Women, Bad Women Got Good Taste in Me." And like, I had that idea for a long time, but I didn't want to just waste it until I had the right music for it. So I sat on it for a long time.
What's your fan base like? Is there people that you see travel to all your shows, or at least a good brunt of those shows? How are you interacting with your fans? Do you have social media? How can people find you?
I mean, I'm on Facebook, both the band, the Johnny Monster Band, and just Johnny Monster is my personal page. So I keep in touch with them like that. I have a mailing list, and you can sign up for that on my website, johnnymonster.com. We do have a few people that repeatedly come to the gigs, you know, and if they don't, I understand, you know, like, why would you always come see me every weekend when there's all kinds of great music? And hopefully, if the ones that I'm familiar with don't show up, I'm making new ones.
Well, Vol Nation, I think that's about all the time we have for this week's episode. Please check out the Johnny Monster Band. Tune back in next week.